Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. High noon is here, and this showdown is ready to roll on EA Sports College Football. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Nittany Lions headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Just keeps swinging it right down the middle. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And as a QB, you got to make these split-second decisions and how much mustard I put on it. Do I throw it hard? Do I lob it? Right there, you could tell he threw it hard, but too far in front of his wide receiver, and he really didn't have a chance to make that play. That's one of those I think they'll probably want back.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Clemson!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running to the left. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and 6 yards to go. Back to pass, it's Beck. Gonna take a shot, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They're going to field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Right back to the well. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Steered out of bounds and about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Here comes the heat. Complete. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The run inside. It's Davidson. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. On the delay, it's Johnson. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And the Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Clemson!
And this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the run, it's Hansen, and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Pressure coming. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll run play action. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll give it to Johnson. Oh, they knock it free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a... by this defense to get the football. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Might have a chance. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll go to the counter. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to the well. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22?
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Could not make his way to the corner. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. The handoff to Johnson. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Quarterback moving. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. He might want another play. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Inside the 30.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Beck. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running inside, it's Hansen. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with Tennessee taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Volunteers looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for space, it's Hansen. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Now the play fake. He's looking deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Grabs it inside the 10.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. From the red zone, it's Hansen. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. They're throwing incompletion down in the red zone. This is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After that last play, there is a Clemson Tiger slow to get up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it on the counter. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
You've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Fires it incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They find Wesco open on the right. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, Like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it. It's Davidson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Hansen. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Looking for the score. Hauls it in. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Nittany Lions have it with a first and goal.
Here we go, ready. Wide 53, wide 53. Go, go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point gets them a little closer at 31-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Nice move to pick up yardage. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Finding some room. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. First and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
On the snap, it's Johnson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.